Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. First things first, if you're watching this video, go ahead and drop a like, drop a sub, and drop a comment as well. Now, with the 2021 Legion Sports Fest concluding, and you guys know Sean Clarita won, Regan Grimes took second, and Sergio Oliva Jr. took third. Tony Burton took fourth to Sergio Oliva by only 1 point. So, but I know there's about to be a lot of comparison videos to come out, but I actually wanted to take a closer look at Sergio Oliva from the Arnold Classic to this Legion Sports Show. I'm curious to know, has Sergio improved since the Arnold Classic? And judging from this front double bicep, keep in mind, guys, it's not sized perfectly, but I can already see here that his midsection looks a lot better. His legs look a lot more conditioned as well. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this comparison, guys. Once again, in the front double bicep, you can see the difference of separation in the quads. Also, to the right, it seems like at the Legion Sports Fest, one of his lats looks very asymmetrical. You can kind of see it at the Arnold Classic, but it looks very obvious here. And I know Sergio has had nerve issues in the past, which could have led to that. And taking a look at the side chest, I probably should have went into the front lat spread next. But honestly, I believe Sergio could do a better execution of this. I'm not sure if it's his leg or if it's the way he's holding his arm, but this just doesn't seem like the best execution of a side chest, in my opinion. And in all honesty, I believe Sergio could work on a couple of his mandatory poses. Just to throw a name out there, Sean Clarita and Nick Walker, they're like masters of the mandatory poses. They get into the poses, they hit them, and they stay. But Sergio looks a lot more conditioned than the Arnold Classic. I can definitely say that for sure. And taking a look at the front lat spread next, I know the poses are kind of out of order, guys. I don't know why they put the front lat spread second, but we're already here, so. Now, this is very interesting because the Legion Sports Fest, Sergio Oliva actually looks more conditioned in the wheels, but he almost looked more conditioned in the upper body at the Arnold Classic. I believe that Sergio's tan and his oil was off at the Legion Sports. I believe I like his overall look in this front lat spread, actually at the Arnold Classic. He looks a little bigger, but he is conditioned enough. He isn't necessarily off. And taking a look at the back shots, and we're going to actually see a huge difference here. And as I stated before, Sergio, fix the wide leg spread. I'm pretty sure that it's not helping you. If it's helping you, then keep at it. But me personally, I don't think it is. Now, here you guys can see that Sergio actually looks a lot smaller. This actually looks like it's longer than just, what are we, a month or 2 months out of the Arnold Classic. He pretty much looks to have the same condition, maybe a little tighter in the hamstrings at the Legion Sports Fest. But as you guys can see, it's like his lat insertions, some of his lower lat insertions have disappeared. And I guess this is just a part of him dieting down. Sergio definitely does look a lot smaller in his pose, but I guess I haven't been watching Sergio for too long, but I'm used to seeing pictures of him when he's just completely shredded but doesn't have enough size. But it seems like since Sergio has put on this size, he's having a hard time finding the perfect balance of being full and being conditioned. But hopefully Sergio is able to fix that going forward because he's an amazing athlete. And taking a look at the rear lat spread, this looks... His lats still doesn't look as thick as they were. He does look a little more conditioned at the Legion Sports Fest. But overall, like I said, guys, I like his color and his tan a lot better at the Arnold Sports. He's definitely a little smaller, but the condition is honestly pretty similar. He isn't just crazy conditioned with smaller size, which is just... Sergio probably just needs to nail his peaking, and with him not competing as much, it's probably making it rough on him because Sergio is a lot smaller but almost has the same condition. He's slightly harder than what he was at the Arnold Classic. And taking a look at the ab and thigh, and this is the photo you can probably see the most difference in, but this is actually so interesting. So Sergio spilled over at the Arnold Classic, but it appears that he has more detail in his midsection at the Arnold Classic than he does at the Legion Sports Fest. At the Legion Sports Fest, he's smaller. His stomach is smaller, but he doesn't have the same ab definition that he has at the Arnold Classic. So I'm honestly not sure what's going on with Sergio, and I'm not sure even Sergio knows what's going on with Sergio, but hopefully he keeps competing, and I think he just needs to nail that peaking process. And I didn't tell you guys, but we don't have a side tricep for this video because I couldn't find it at the Arnold Classic. And finishing this one up with the most muscular, it's the most muscular guy, so the biggest guy is going to win, of course. So The 2021 Arnold Classic, Sergio Oliva will win this pose, in my opinion. Even though here you can see that the Legion Sports Fest, he does look a lot more conditioned, but he does look a little narrower. He does look a little more narrow in the depths. I'm probably going to make a couple more videos talking about this show, guys. I may take a look at Regan Grimes and Sean Clarita as well, but I know for sure I want to take a look at Sergio Oliva Jr. And I know a lot of us channels kind of make the same sort of content just because of the field we in. It isn't too big. But when I see someone else make a video, I try not to make that video. I try to maybe make it in a completely different way. I don't like to make videos similar to people, but it's kind of inevitable because there's not many of us and the sport is very small. But anyway, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. Like, comment, and sub. Was Sergio better at the Arnold Classic or at the Legion Sports Fest? I'm out.